In this video, I'm going to be talking about selling high ticket coaching service versus selling low ticket coaching services, why the hell you should get the money that you want, and how you can actually do that. Let's dive in. As always, my name is Mike Poglis, co-founder of Automated Coaching Engine, where we partner up with transformational coaches, help them scale their businesses without spending money on bullshit platforms like Instagram and Facebook. And to dive right on into it, today's topic, like I had said, I'm going to be talking about high ticket coaching services versus low ticket coaching services and how you can get the money that you want to get and that you need to get for the transformations that you provide to the person on the other side. Cool. So a couple of things that I want to cover here. So this was actually a topic during our coaching call with the clients today. It came up during the Q&A session. One of the clients mentioned like, hey, I have, situations where if I tell someone, hey, this costs $5,000 for the next 90 days type of thing, they might, be shooed away where they could have just done like $200 a month or $200 per session or whatever that case might be. And specifically the question or the statement was along the lines of, I've had tons of clients that have paid me, have invested well over $5,000 with me, but it wasn't a one lump sum type of thing. And I was like, okay, yeah, makes sense. And so she's telling, she's going on to share the story, and she comes into a point of like, I share this roadmap with them. It's $200 for the first session. During that session, I'm like sharing them this roadmap of like the transformation, the journey that we're going to be on, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, boom, that's the thing right there. So that's the first thing I want to talk about is commitment, being realistic of the transformation, the time period that you can get the transformation done in. All that type of shit is very important. And setting expectations as far as, like how you can get that person to the end result is really fucking important. And so I really like this question because number one, it had the entire community engaged. Everybody had something to say, different sides of stories, things like that. And it was, just a really good conversation with the community. But number two, what it kind of like, the first thing that I started to think about is why you sell high ticket versus low ticket services. And if you think about it, just in the fitness space as like a very easy example that we're all familiar with, the transformation could be losing or gaining a certain amount of fat or gaining muscle, depending on whatever the goal might be. So say it's like losing weight. I want to cut 20 to 30 pounds in the next 90 days or by my wedding, in fucking 6 months, whatever the case might be. So you have two ways to go about it. Number one, you can go about it and you can say, hey, it's $97 a month or $200 a month or $200 a week, whatever the case might be. But let's just say, we can say, hey, it's going to be $97 a month. Super cheap. You would think everybody who would say yes to it. You might get a lot of conversions, but here's the flip side. They're like $97, like what the fuck's this guy going to do for me? Like there's no even real value there. There's no real buy-in. They're not committed because they haven't chopped up enough. They haven't committed enough. So that's like kind of like first situation. But you have another situation that could be the person commits for 30 days. In 30 days, they don't see any crazy results and they're like, fuck it. I'm not going to renew. I don't know if this guy's good enough. So that's the other situation. Now you have tons of different situations that can come into play here. But, those were the things that I started to process. I'm thinking about, like, wait a second, like, first of all, like the biggest thing that we experience as far as like people that we work with is if they don't see immediate results, then the commitment to them to paying again, to subscribing for another month if they haven't seen any crazy results. Sure, the process could have started, but in 90 days you can create some real fucking results. So in 90 days they can look at a before picture and an after picture and see, holy fuck, this guy actually got me to lose weight, something I've been trying to do for the last 15 years and I haven't been able to do it. This guy fucking helped me do it. Wow, thank you so much, guy. So that's the one thing that I always translate to is, in reality, even 90 days in the fitness space isn't normally going to get you to your desired goals. A lot of times it's going to be ongoing work that you have to put into play. You have to stay on top of it. The habits have to change. Your entire lifestyle has to change. And the reality is that might not happen in 90 days. It's probably not. But the guidance, the issue, or the foundation is here is you onboard them, say it's $3,000 for a 90-day program. You give them all the tools they need to not only kickstart the program in 90 days, see some transformation in 90 days. But you gave them the foundation to change their fucking life, their kids' life, their kids' life. Everybody's life's descending because of the commitment you made and wanting to better yourself, learn more about how to take care of yourself, the habits that you should be doing, not the ones that you think you should be doing, and actually seeing results. So you're changing generations. So it comes into a situation of like, wow, number one, like I said, you do something like $97 a month. Like I said, you start to deal with people with, situations of commitment because they don't see immediate results right away. So they're like, fuck it, I'm going to cancel. But at the same time, you're creating codependency. You're putting that person into a situation to where they almost need to work with you. And maybe you're not. Maybe you are teaching them everything, but do they know that? Do they know that you're putting them into a position to take the information that you're teaching them home to their kids, their wife, their kids, and the kids, and it's going to change generations. It's going to be a lasting change because of the foundation, the principles that you've been able to establish for this person. So that is why that I think like 90-day programs specifically are really good, because it's geared towards like, hey, I'm going to change some shit in 90 days, but I don't want you to rely on me. Like, I'm going to fucking die one, and I'm not going to be able to help you for the rest of my life. And your kids, in 100 years, your kids, in 200 years, I'm not going to be able to help them. I'm going to be gone. Sure, I can create shit, to help them out, but like, I'm going to be fucking gone. And like, things are situational here, like people need to understand things on a situational space. So I think that's really fucking important there, where it's like, hey, I don't want you to be dependent on me. So I'm going to kickstart everything in the next 90 days. We're going to transfer your whole fucking life. You're going to see amazing results. But reality is this is something you need to be doing for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 plus years. And, give this to your kids as well. Give this to somebody else so they can change their life as well. And so that's another reason why I think that the group side of things is really important, because of that commitment. They're committed for 90 days as well. They're not just committed for 30 days. It's 90 days. Hey, buddy, we're going to be going hand in hand for 90 days. I'm going to show you everything you need to know to drop 30 pounds. And that's it. Once you do that, you're going to be off on your own. Sure, we can still work together. You can hit me up in the community or whatever. You can show up to the group coaching calls, whatever you want to do, but you're going to have everything you need to do what you need to do by yourself. You're not going to need me anymore. And I think that's super fucking valuable. So that goes into the next thing, the price thing. Now I could charge $97 a month and there would be a lot less resistance. People would probably just sign up if they saw the landing page. I wouldn't have to get on a sales call, et cetera, et cetera. You're right. This might be the situation. But like I said, they're not going to be committed because they don't have enough nut into it. They don't have enough of their cash on the table, at risk. They need to see the value of what they put out. What's worth $97? Ain't shit. What's fucking lifelong transformations? That shit is priceless. People will pay any amount for that. But the biggest thing is, like I said, really comes into, commitment, releasing the fact of codependency, being able to create real transformations. All of these things are super important. And it's what you get out of a long-term high ticket program, 90 days plus high ticket program versus a low ticket $97 per month, whatever the case might be. So those were a couple of my thoughts, just kind of like as we were talking. And the biggest thing that I think that is really important here is, it really comes into the fear of charging the price. And when you're in a position to where you help people with insane transformations, if you identify the question, what would it look like 12 months from now if I was able to help you reach X goal? What would that be worth to you? People are going to be like, oh, it'd be priceless. I'm going to show up better for my wife. My wife's going to be all hot and sweaty over me with my shirt off. And my kid's going to be like, dude, my dad's a fucking beast. And everything's going to be amazing. Okay, cool. So what would that be worth to you? Oh man, it would be priceless. Priceless. So which card would you like to use? Boom. If you got any questions, go to my Instagram account at Mike Poglis. Shoot me a DM. Let me know you're from YouTube. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, get on a call with you, whatever the hell you want to do. I'm always happy to help and serve. But you need to be charging high ticket for your coaching services. Do not charge by session. Do not charge like monthly recurring fees, any of that bullshit. 90-day programs, solidify a transformation that's going to happen in those 90 days. Deliver a guarantee alongside of it. Change some fucking lives, man. Go out there and do your shit, man. Catch you on the next one. Peace.